When you hear monopoly, you think of illegal cartels and antitrust lawsuits.
But the most powerful monopolies in 2026 are perfectly legal.
They're not breaking rules. They're making them irrelevant through network effects,
switching costs, and technological moats so wide.
The competition can't even see across them. Look at them.
Today, we're examining the 10 biggest monopolies in public markets. These companies don't just dominate their industries, they are their industries. Let's break down how they achieved market control that would make Standard Oil jealous. Starting at the foundation, TSMC, Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company, controls advanced chip production. Not most of it, virtually all of it. Apple's chips, AMD's processors, NVIDIA's GPUs, all manufactured by TSMC. Intel tried to compete and failed. Samsung is a generation behind. TSMC's 3-nanometer process represents decades of accumulated knowledge and hundreds of billions in capital investment. You can't just build a competitor. The moat is measured in decades and hundreds of billions of dollars. NVIDIA sits one layer up. They design the chips TSMC manufactures, but their real monopoly is in AI compute. CUDA, their programming framework, locked in developers 15 years ago. Now every AI researcher trains on NVIDIA. Even if competitors make better hardware, the software ecosystem is unbreakable. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, everyone runs on NVIDIA. Amazon built the global logistics backbone, hundreds of fulfillment centers, their own delivery fleet, and AWS cloud infrastructure. They're not just an e-commerce company, they're the operating system for digital commerce. Meta owns the social graph, the digital representation of human relationships. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, 4 billion people. When everyone you know is on their platforms, switching is impossible. This is a network effect monopoly. The first user had no value, the billionth user made the platform invaluable, and now it's self-sustaining. Google monopolizes intent. When you want something, information, products, services, you Google it. 90% market share in search means they see what billions want before anyone else. That intent data powers their advertising monopoly. Search and ads are the same business. Netflix didn't just compete in streaming, they defined it. Original content, global distribution, recommendation algorithms. They trained consumers that entertainment is on demand and personalized. Competitors followed their playbook, but Netflix has the first mover advantage and content library depth. Shopify built the alternative to Amazon, 2 million merchants, unified commerce platform. For small businesses that want to own their brand, Shopify is the only real option at scale. Palantir is attempting the ultimate monopoly, becoming the operating system for enterprise AI. Their AI platform integrates data across organizations and deploys AI agents. If they succeed, every large enterprise runs critical operations through Palantir. Government agencies already do. They're building lock-in at the AI infrastructure layer. Robinhood democratized investing and monopolized a generation. Zero commissions, mobile-first interface, gamified trading. They brought 30 million young investors to markets. Traditional brokers had to follow, but Robinhood owns mindshare with Gen Z and millennials. Tesla is building a monopoly in real-world AI, over 5 million vehicles collecting driving data, supercharger network creating switching costs, full self-driving advancing faster than competitors. They're not just making electric cars, they're building the autonomous future. These monopolies follow 3 playbooks. First, capital intensity. TSMC and Amazon spent so much building infrastructure that replicating it is economically impossible. Second, network effects. Meta and Google become more valuable with each user, making competition futile. Third, ecosystem lock-in. NVIDIA and Palantir built software layers that create switching costs measured in years and millions of dollars. The lesson: monopolies aren't built on predatory pricing anymore. They're built on making alternatives economically irrational. Regulators struggle with these monopolies because they don't fit 20th century definitions. They're not raising prices. Many offer products for free. They're not excluding competitors. Competitors just can't compete. When your moat is technology, capital, and network effects, antitrust law becomes irrelevant. These 10 companies prove that in modern markets, the best monopoly is the one regulators can't even define.